Procrastination. What do you think? You'll tell me later. Well, Notebook LM has some thoughts.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another deep dive. Today we're going to be digging into something I think we can all relate to, right? Procrastination. Who hasn't struggled with that?
It's universal.
It really is.
Yeah.
And we often talk about, chasing big goals, making a real impact, building something meaningful, kind of like building a castle, right?
Love that analogy.
Yeah. And this excerpt we're diving into today uses that very image, that castle representing our goals. And it really gets into why we put things off. But importantly, it gives us some real ways to actually, get things done.
Exactly. It's not just about identifying with the problem. It's about finding solutions.
Totally. And the excerpt, it lays out these different procrastination types, right? Like, I swear I saw myself in, all of them.
Oh, tell me about it.
So, there's the perfectionist, blueprints for days, every detail planned out, but never actually laying a single brick.
Oh, yeah, the perpetual planner.
Exactly. Then you've got the incredible artisan,
Yeah.
creating these beautiful, intricate blocks, but no clear idea of what they're building. Sounds familiar?
Definitely. Skilled, but scattered.
Yes. And then there's the delegator, inspiring others to build, but not wanting to get their own hands dirty.
Ah, the visionary leader who struggles with the nitty-gritty.
So real. Which one are you?
Well, honestly, probably a bit of all three, depending on the day and the project.
Right. Me too. It's like different situations bring out different procrastination styles in us.
Absolutely.
But it's more than just identifying the type, right?
Yeah.
The excerpt dives into the why behind these behaviors. Like that feeling of building a sham castle resonated with me.
Oh, tell me more about that.
It's like that fear, right? Like, what if what we build isn't good enough so we don't even start?
It's that fear of failure, of judgment that can be completely paralyzing.
Exactly. And it's funny, the excerpt even mentions those who need those imaginary, where were they, barbarians at the gate?
The barbarians.
Some kind of external crisis to kickstart their motivation. It's like, do we really need that fire under us to get going?
It's a common coping mechanism, right? The adrenaline rush of a deadline, but it's not sustainable.
Exactly. And the excerpt, thankfully, doesn't leave us hanging. It talks about cultivating internal motivation, like really connecting with the why behind our goals. Why does this particular castle, this project, this goal matter so much to you?
It's about tapping into that deep-seated purpose, that intrinsic drive that keeps you going even when external pressures are absent.
It's about finding that fire from within, right?
Exactly. And the beauty is that kind of motivation is sustainable. It's what helps us to see those big goals through to the end, even when things get tough.
So no more waiting for those barbarians.
Hopefully not. Although a little bit of pressure never hurt anyone.
Right. But yeah, the key takeaway is that internal drive is where it's at. And I love how the excerpt also acknowledges that it's not always going to be perfect, right?
Absolutely. Embracing imperfection is crucial.
Yeah, like we might lay a few wonky bricks along the way, but that's part of the process.
It's about progress, not perfection. The excerpt reminds us that with persistence, those ill-shaped blocks will eventually form something amazing.
I love that. So we've covered the different procrastination types, the psychology behind it, and the importance of internal drive. But how do we actually use this?
Right, so we've identified the problem and the solution. Now it's about action.
Exactly. So everyone listening, think of your own goals as this big, beautiful castle you want to build.
And think of those building blocks as the individual tasks, the steps you need to take to make it a reality.
What's one brick, one action, no matter how small, that you can lay today?
Because that, my friend, is how castles are built. Brick by brick, action by action.
So true. Well, that's our deep dive for today. Thanks for joining us, and until next time.
Happy building.